That's actually something I wanted to discuss with you. Is
Yeah.
I feel like you and I are very different in the aspect of I want to be secluded in the middle of nowhere with nobody around me, and you're
Yeah.
kind of more you want to live near the people, near the stuff. I suppose. Would you
Yeah.
agree?
Yeah.
What's pros and cons to this shit? I
So,
want to talk about like rural versus like city life, I guess.
yeah, you're okay with saying like general area of which we live or no?
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So we live like in and around Northwest Arkansas, right? So yeah, Bentonville, home of Walmart, very big populated area. It's kind of like that in the epicenter. And then you have like Fayetteville, like 20 minutes south, which is where the college is, right? So that area, very populated, very big. It's not like Dallas or Chicago or anything, but like that's the populated area. And the further out you go, it's more rural. And a lot of it was rural, and now development's going in. So I would say my tune has kind of changed a little bit. I like being close to things because I like going out and doing things. Is my biggest thing. I don't necessarily have to live close to those things, or I don't have to have. I don't have to live like in a neighborhood per se. I know I currently do, but we're moving. We won't live in a neighborhood. We'll have a little bit of land, which will be great. But we're also 10 minutes from town. So I think for me, like the pros of living close to town are just one, like there's endless things to do, right? Especially like I live close to where I work, so it's like, hey, if a buddy says, hey, let's go get a happy hour beer, I can go, and it's not way out in the distance. Yeah, I mean that's really the big thing, just having stuff to do. Like I like going to do stuff. Like there's, I'm sure there's other pros and cons as well, but like I like going and doing things. So like Top Golf is right there, the concerts are right there. It's not like a trip into town. I don't want to drive 45 minutes to the nearest Walmart. Like,
Yeah, which I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually live on the Oklahoma side of the
yeah,
border, like 15 minutes away from Arkansas. Um, but it's the town I live in. They have the big three. At least they had the big three. They had the Dollar General, they had the Dollar Tree, and they had the Family Dollar. They had all
yeah,
three in this town at once, but Dollar Tree went out of business, so they aren't here anymore.
that's tough.
But like I'm one of those people, like I want my own land with nobody around me, which is what we have now. I don't have I have like an acre and a quarter. Like it's not much at all, but I have no neighbors. It's quiet. It's very peaceful,
Yeah,
and I can create things to do at my house. Like putting together a fire pit right now, garden. And I know you've talked about this too, getting goats and chickens and like all of those stuff. Like I would much rather dump my time and kind of like my money into things that like I can do at my house than actually go out and spend money on like happy hour or something like that.
yeah.
I
So
feel like if I lived in town, like I would go through so much more money than I do now just because it's accessible.
yeah, I mean, there's an aspect to that. You definitely have to have your budget and stick to it, right? Like you got to be mindful and have some self control of your money because it is like you can go out at any point in time and be like, "Hey, I'm going here." That's like think about 24/7 WalMarts that are gone now because of COVID. Like we used to
It's
have 24
bullshit.
7 Walmart. I do hate it. I made a
Dude,
TikTok about it the other day, but
some of the best times in my life, I shit you not, was in
yeah,
a Walmart at 3 a.m. It was
exactly.
so much fun.
But it's like, yeah, there's really no need unless you're like sick, picking up medicine or something. There's like no need to be at Walmart at 3 a.m. unless you work like if you work different shifts, things like that. Like I get it, there's a reason to be there, but you probably overspend, right? Like if I'm going to Walmart at 3 a.m., I would be spending on things that money on things I don't need. But um, yeah, you gotta be mindful. I would say, look, like for me, I'm just very, very social. So I'm definitely a family guy. I love spending time with family. I do that all the time. But like once every like 3 weeks, I have to go do something with my friends. And like me and my wife try and go on date nights like every 2 weeks at least. And so like just us. So because of that, it's like okay, like I want to be close to things to go do those. Now I'm excited to move somewhere that we can have chickens and we can make our own garden and like we can do whatever we want on the land and there's no neighbors and that's great. I just am blessed that I'm going to be doing that and also only be 10 minutes from town.